Florida, the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, the Miami Dolphins meet the Buffalo Bills before a packed house in the Orange Bowl. Hi, everybody. This is Hank Goldberg, along with the voice of the Dolphins, Rick Weaver, and our sideline analyst, Henry Barrow. And it's a beautiful night for football. The temperature is 75 degrees, humidity around 71%, a little bit of wind coming from the east at about 15 miles per hour, but just perfect conditions. A perfect night for the Miami Dolphins, who are in a pretty good position as we approach the playoffs. Only 1 week remaining. Of course, next week the Dolphins will be in Baltimore to face the Colts. But if Miami wins the last two games, and Oakland or Los Angeles always do that, if the Raiders lose to San Diego next week, Miami could have the home field advantage for the entire playoffs. At the very worst, two victories could give Miami two home games for the playoffs. Buffalo is a little bit of a different situation. The Bills lost a heartbreaker last week to Tampa Bay 24-23, while Miami was pulling one out in the last 3 seconds on Uwe von Schaumann's 47-yard field goal. Going for his 200th regular season victory. He would join George Halas, Curly Lambeau, and Tom Landry, who accomplished it about 3 weeks ago, the coach of the Dallas Cowboys. So Coach Shula, who has already been in select company, of course, would just enhance the marvelous record that he has attained over the years.
Herrera awaits the official's whistle, and this game is just a second or two away from being underway. Strong-legged youngster from Mexico comes forward. He hammers it high and deep. It'll be back in the end zone, way back. There will be no run back. Walker grabs it about a yard in front of the baseline. Of the end zone, a touchback. The Dolphins will start 80 yards away from their 20. Now, they do have two tight ends in the ball game. Ronnie Lee is in there. He sets strong side right. Here's a handoff. Franklin is hit behind the line of scrimmage and knocked down for a loss. Trying to run to the left side. A loss back to the 18-yard line. Now we do have Tony Nathan as the running back. Franklin has come out. 2nd and 12. Dolphins from their 18-yard line. Receivers are spread to either side. Woodley drops to throw his first pass. He dumps it across the middle. Caught by Nathan. He gets about 3 yards out to the 20-yard line. We'll call it 3rd down and 8. Joe Rose, of course, always comes in on the shotgun formation. He is in there. Here's the snap to Woodley. Flag goes down. Here's a pass. It is caught by Vigorito. He's got the first down out to the 32-yard line, but the flag was thrown by the referee. Bob Kuchenberg is called for a false start from the left guard spot, moving before the snap of the football. First down play nullified. Again, the shotgun. Receivers spread all over the place. Woodley standing back at about the 10. Here's the snap. Drops to throw. Has time. He's firing deep up the middle. It is incomplete down at the 45-yard line as Freeman and Rose were having a bump and grind session all the way up the field. 0.8 average stands at the 3-yard line. 10 men up the line of scrimmage. Not much of a rush. He wobbles one out of there. Holt backs up at the 43, grabs it, comes back to the 40. They got him. He breaks away. Back at the 35. They got him again. Finally knocked him down at the 37-yard line. Eddie Hill had a hold of him and let him get away. Back at the 35-yard line, he reversed his field back to the near side before Paul Langford, the rookie out of Penn State, made the tackle. And Glenn on the strong side. The backs are Leaks and Pribbs in the eye. Ferguson at quarterback from the 48-yard line. Hands off. Pribbs follows Leaks through a big hole. 45, 50. He's gone. Goodbye. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Down to the 5. He's caught at the goal line, but he falls into the end zone for the touchdown. They caught the Dolphins defense pinched inside and ran right over the linebacker to the left side. They ran right over Dewey along with Brzezinski and Pribbs. Once he hit the 30-yard line, it was Katie by the door. Gerald Small, with great world-class speed, caught him at the goal line, but it was too late then as his momentum carried him into the end zone.
Well, they ran that trap over the right side, and Dewey actually had 3 different people blocking on him, Rick, and he had no shot at all, and he was Cribbs was in the secondary so fast that Miami couldn't react.
No, Joe Cribbs, his longest run of the season, and the Bills strike quickly. Herrera will try the point, and Matt Koffler, backup quarterback, will hold. Snap set down, the kick is up, and it's good. It's a 7-0 score, 62-yard run from scrimmage by Joe Cribbs. That's his longest run of the season. Cribbs, first play, Buffalo from scrimmage, 62 yards over the right side for the touchdown. Broke it outside of the sideline from the 30-yard line on in. It was a foot race between he and Gerald Small. Small can do a 4.340. He caught him at the goal line, but it was too late then. Walker back deep in the middle. Hill to the far side, Kozlowski down the near side. Herrera will try it again. See if Britcher can stay on side this time. Here's the kickoff. He booms a low trajectory boot. Walker comes up, grabs it at the 5. The middle, 10, 15 to the 20, up the near side. The 25 to the 30, and he's knocked down at the 33-yard line. Backs are split. Nathan and Franklin. Receivers are spread to either side. First down, Dolphins from their 45-yard line. Trailing 7-0. Here's a misdirection play. Nathan fumbles the football at the 48-yard line, 49-yard line. Buffalo may have it. We don't have an official word from the officials yet. Now we do. Nathan, who was all fired up going into the ball game, trying to improve upon his performance, gives it away. He was searched at the line of scrimmage, and Buffalo gets the ball back at the midfield stripe. Steve Freeman, the strong safety, came up with it. Now he resets as a receiver. Here's Ferguson, looks right, comes back to the left side. It is caught by Lewis. He's down inside the 30-yard line, and his forward progress is halted at the 28. He is stopped after he gets the first down. The tackle on the play made by Larry Gordon. Frank Lewis scored a couple of touchdowns this year for the Bills in his 12th season out of Graham. Herrera is 5 out of 9, long gainer, 49 yards. From the far inbound hash mark, Poplar will hold. This is a 43-yard attempt from the 33-yard line. Here's the snap. Bad snap. Picking the ball up is Poplar. He's going to try to run with it. He can get a first down. And he did. The Dolphins did not react on special teams, and Poplar, following the bad snap, just picked the ball up with it. He's a backup quarterback and runs for a first down to the 16-yard line. All right, the ball at the 22-yard line. Now, here we go with that crisscross shift again. Third down and 16. Ferguson gets the ball, sets the throw, goes for the sidelines, and it goes for the tight end Bramer. He is out of bounds at the 15. Run out by Don McNeil. The 3-yard line is the spot of the hold. 33-yard attempt. Here's the snap. Good snap. Set down. The kick is up. He wobbles it up there and gets it through, kind of end over end, but it still counts. And so the Bills now move out to a 10-0 lead over the Dolphins. 4:16 to go in the first quarter. The offense hasn't had the opportunity to do that much with it.
Well, they had two mistakes. Nathan's fumbled, and previously had the false start after the completion of Vigorito, so they never really had a chance to get going.
They also had a third mistake. Nobody tackled Cribbs coming through the line of scrimmage. All right, Herrera has it teed up off the penalty back to the 30-yard line. He knocks it high. This time Walker will run it out from about the 3. In the middle he goes. 10, 15, 20. Cuts to the near side. 25, 30. And is stripped up across the 30-yard line out to about the 33. To the near side. Step a little far side. Woodley wants to throw it. He will fire it for the near side. Caught by Harris. Got in front of the defensive back. Gave him a hit and then caught the ball up at the 44-yard line. Nathan hits it over the right side, gets a yard to the 45, but that's enough for the first down. Miami from the Dolphins' 45-yard line. Here is Woodley on the bootleg, keeps it himself, around the right side, he's out of bounds. And crossed, and we're going to get all kinds of flags out here as Woodley was crossed to the ground out of bounds by Irvin Parker. Unsportsmanlike conduct, necessary, unnecessary roughness. Woodley is up. Henry.
And he just threw his head right into this artificial turf that's right here by the bench, and it should be a penalty. There was absolutely no reason for it. He didn't make his contact till he was out of bounds.
Number 62, defense. First down.
Call on Irvin Parker, the third-year linebacker, who's a big bruiser, 6'5", 240 from South Carolina State.
And we talked about how the corners were playing up and challenging. Mario Clark that time was single covering Daryl Harris. He vacated that area. Woodley ran the bootleg, a very intelligent call because that whole side of the field was cleared out.
Cepolo spreads far side, Harris to the near side. Nathan and Franklin the I-backs. First down Dolphins from the Bills' 30-yard line. Following Woodley's 10-yard pickup and the subsequent 15 yards. Here's the handoff, and banging into the middle, getting down to the 26-yard line, is Andrew Franklin. The tackle made by Ben Williams. Cephalo Harris to the near side for 26, second down and 6. Willie wants to throw it. Quick drop, fires for the sideline. It is intercepted. Down at the 2-yard line, picked off by Steve Freeman. The ball was underthrown, going for Vigorito. Vigorito made the tackle. So Woodley, now on the season, has thrown 8 interceptions. Out, and that's the end of the first quarter, one that the Dolphins would just as soon forget. The Bills 10, Miami nothing. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network.
Blackwood coming with the safety blitz, and Ferguson just swung it away, where actually they picked up Blackwood, and he had time to look for a receiver.
Third down and 7. Ball at the Miami 34. They have to get it down to the 27-yard line. 3 receivers the ball game, Butler, Pacone, and Mosley. Ferguson will shift them into the shotgun from the 34-yard line. Now we get that mobile shift again. See if Grant snaps it to the right one. Here it is. Goes to Ferguson. He sets. He fires across the middle and is caught at the 30-yard line. Down immediately is the receiver. Gerald Schmo made the tackle on the play, but it is not enough for a first down. Here's the kick. He's got it up there. It's going to fall. Hits the upright, bounces away. Hits the left upright. So it's no good. And the Dolphins continue to trail. Buffalo's lead remains at 10-0 as the 48-yard attempt by Herrera hits the left upright. So the Dolphins will start from their 30-yard line, trailing by a score of 10-0.
And you have a feeling watching this game it should be worse. But the defense has been coming up with a couple of good series now, despite being pinned back by mistakes. And the offense better start moving pretty quick.
Hardy is the tight end. He sets strong side. White Cephalo goes to the far side. Harris to the near side. Franklin and Nathan are the backs. Woodley the QB from the 30-yard line. Cephalo in motion. Back to the near side. Here's a reverse. Harris carries the ball. Far side of the field. Needs one block. Turns the corner. 35. 40 and has run out of bounds. Up about the 43-yard line. In the ball game. Misdirection play. Franklin hits into the middle. Gets 4 out to the 47-yard line. Second down and 6. One back. That's Franklin. Gets the handoff. Cuts it in over the left side. Dragging tacklers with him, and he stopped at about the 49. Falls forward to the 48 into Buffalo territory. Ball at the 48-yard line of Bills territory. Third down and a long yard. Nathan and Franklin are the backs. Everybody sets in tight. Waiting to snap. Here's a handoff. Quick trap in the middle. Franklin a hole. He's down to the 40-yard line. A quick trap. They just blew people off the ball. Dwight Stevenson just buried Fred Smerlis that time. Woodley is 2 for 4 for only 13 through the air. No passing attack at all. Baxton and I. Receivers are spread. He'll put it up for the 5th time. He's going deep down the right side. Got a man down there. Cephalo, great catch. Down to the 2-yard line. Cephalo, great catch over Mario Clark. Clark is hollering that he was interfered with, but Cephalo is a battle through the air. You can see the hands grasping for the football, and Cephalo comes up with a heck of a catch. As Mario Clark was beaten on the play. 7:15 to go in a half. 10-0 Buffalo.
Where I said that Woodley never gave his receiver a chance on the previous interception. That time, he laid the ball up there, so at least Cephalo had a chance to run under it and contend with the defensive back to try to come away with it, which he did.
All right, Nathan and Franklin are the eye back. Everybody sets in tight. First and goal at the 1-yard line. Here's the handoff. Nathan hurdles into the end zone for the touchdown. Tony Nathan scores his first touchdown of the season. Went right over Ben Williams, and the Dolphins get on the board. It's now 10-6.
Good call. They were looking for Franklin there. Nathan had fumbled earlier. They called his number, and he delivered.
So, Uba Van Sherman can make it a 10-7 ball game thanks to a great catch by Jimmy Cephalo up the far sideline. Van Sherman is 14 out of 15 in the PAT department. Don Strock in the hold. 10-6, 6:48 to go in a half. Waiting for Kuchenberg's snap. Somebody jumps. Contact apparently was not made at the line of scrimmage. No flags now. Here's the kick. It's up. And it's still 10-7. Didn't see any flags. 10-7. Bills lead now down to 3. All All right, Von Schaman will put it down. That particular drive of 70 yards, 6 plays. Nathan over a 1-yard plunge. Woodley to Cephalon, 39 yards. Time of possession, 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
You know, Rick, you can see the Dolphins defense taking control of this game, just like last week against the Jets. They were burned early, and then suddenly they gel and they take control.
The gigantic right guard from Montana State. Puts the ball back at the Bills' 40-yard line, brings up a 2nd and 30.
Ferguson, if I were he right now, I would go for a running play because they're really going to be teeing off on him, looking for him to throw it.
Going to be the backs are in there. Kozlowski and Colton Walker, shotgun. They shift four people to the right side this time. Back at the Bills' 40, they have to get it down to the Dolphins' 30. This is still 2nd down. Here's the snap. Here they come after him again. He pops it deep across the middle. Tipped in the air. Intercepted by Colton Walker. Down at the 33-yard line. He grabbed the Karam, and he gets the interception. Colton Walker comes up with it. His 3rd intercept of the season. Henry?
Does he ever play against the Bills when he doesn't get an interception?
That's right. He has not. He had one in his rookie game up there in Buffalo, where and then he had one here last year.
1:41 left to go in the first half. All right, all the people in there can catch the football. Again, the shotgun. First down, Miami from their 44. Here's the snap. Woodley pumps once, fires, it is caught. And coming up with the football is Cephalon. He fumbles it. And it's recovered by Buffalo at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Dolphins' 41. Shotgun formation. Ferguson takes his time. Barks the signals up to Will Grant, the center. Here's the snap. He drops the throw. They got him for a sack. He tried to run out of the pocket. Caught by Butler. He's going to be horse-collared down at the 17-yard line. So that's the end of the first half. And the tackle made by Glenn Blackwood. That's the end of the first half with a score of the Bills 10 and the Miami Dolphins 7. Henry?
They got a whole new defensive setup in there again. A lot of speedsters. They're going after the ball again.
Cater stands about a yard deep in the end zone.
Well, next to Oros, Cater's the worst punter in the league.
A lot of maneuvering at the Dolphins line of scrimmage. Cater awaits the snap. Justin Cross, a tackle. Backup tackle, snap. He fumbles the ball, picks it up, gets the kick out of there. Short, wobbly punt. He'll let it bounce. It takes a sideways bounce and is going to roll to the Dolphins' 49-yard line. Matt Moore comes in with a play. Rich Diana, the 5th-round draft choice out of Yale, also is in the ball game and has to be brought up to date on the situation. 2nd down, 11. Moore to the near side, Cephalon to the far side. Franklin is out. Ball from the Bills' 41. Woodley drops straight back to throw. He fires for the near side. It's thrown by Moore. Down at the 20. He's down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Points tough to come by tonight. Here's Woodley back to throw. He fires outside. This one's going to be knocked away and almost intercepted. He was going down at the 10-yard line. He was trying to hit Bruce Hardy, the tight end. 3rd down and 10. Shotgun. Ball at the Bills' 18-yard line. Bills lead 10-7. Woodley on the snap. What's left? He leaps, throws, overthrows. Down at the 10-yard line. He was going for Vigorito. He had to leap in the air to get the ball away from the on-rushing pass defenders. Von Schaman with 11 out of 16 in the field goal department. His longest 47. Will try a 35-yarder. Down here at the west end. Wind to his back, struck the hole. He can tie it up if he makes it. 10:42 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Kuchenberg, the snapper. There's the snap, perfect, set down, the kick is up, he's got it up there, it is good. So it's a tie ball game, it's Strock and Von Schaman shake hands, tied up at 10 with 10:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network. 6 plays, over a 35-yard field goal, time of possession 2:59, and it's tied up at 10. Von Schaman has it up on the tee with the wind to his back. He will kick off to Mosley down the near side or hold to the far side. There have been a couple of runbacks from the west end tonight. There have also been a couple kicked out of bounds where they've had to kick off 5 yards deeper. There's Von Schaman's kick. He hammers this one back in the end zone, 3 yards deep. Mosley will run it out in the middle. The 10, the 15, finds a hole. He's out across the 20 and gets all the way out to about the 24-yard line. Butler far side, Lewis near side. Moore is in for Leaks at fullback. First round draft choice from last year. Cribbs the tailback. Here's a play fake by Ferguson. Has time. He fires it deep up the sideline. It is overthrown and perhaps should have been intercepted. I would say the Dolphins are going to have to start getting some offensive momentum going. They got Taves at a right guard, which would indicate a run. Or we might be seeing Sprock later in the ball game. All right, the backs in an eye. Nathan and Franklin. Dolphins start from their 31. Backs are split off now. Woodley awaits the snap. Will play fake it, rolls to his right, throws the ball into Franklin's hands, in and out. The only scoring here in the third period. Dolphins defense is taking control of this ball game. Now, hopefully the offense can get something started. There's a handoff to Nathan, power sweep left side, 30-35, up to the 37-yard line. 10-10 the score. Buffalo fighting for survival. The Dolphins already in, but wanting the home field advantage. Woodley drops to throw. He's firing deep. He's got several down there. It's tipped away. Great defensive play at the last minute by Mario Clark, the left cornerback. Hardy up over the football. Here's the snap. Horace takes plenty of time and bangs a beauty. Long, high spiral. Holt will catch the ball. Fingers. It's loose in the end zone. The Dolphins have got it. Dolphins have got it. Let's see where they mark it. Let's see where they mark it. Let's see where they mark it. It's recovered by Ron Hester. They're going to mark it not in the end zone, but just outside the end zone. I want to see that one again. Looked like the ball rolled into the end zone. It sure did to me. And that's where he recovered the ball. But they're going to mark it at the 2-yard line. They rule that he fumbled the ball. Robert Holt, as Orris, got off a tremendous punt. Holt tried to field it inside the 5. He fumbled the ball, and Hester fell on the football in the end zone, but they had ruled previously that Holt was down. He lost possession of the ball at the 2-yard line. So the Dolphins will have a first and goal at the Buffalo 2. A 61-yard punt by Orris. Ball at the 2-yard line, second and goal from that point. 6:47 to go in the third quarter, scored 5-10. Nathan and Franklin are the split backs in behind Woodley. He sets his ball up, ready to go to work. Hands off, Franklin through the middle. He's got a touchdown. Remember Franklin misdirection as he banged in right over right side. He had a couple of people get a hand on him, but Franklin was not to be denied that time. So Franklin gets into the end zone for his 5th rushing touchdown of the season. Let's rock the hole. Ruchenberg, the snapper. Here it is. Perfect snap. Set down. The kick is up, and it's good. 17-10 the score in favor of Miami. 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sherman comes forward. He hammers it high and deep again, way back in the end zone. Mosley moves over, and Hope, I guess, had the option of directing him out. I think he was about to tell him to run with the football. He's totally confused back there. Mosley downed it for the touchback. The Dolphins intercepted him in his career more times than any other team. I think it's 26. Cribbs, the only running back. Butler and Lewis, the wide receivers. First down, Buffalo, they're 20. Cribbs needs another yard on officially to go over 100. There's Ferguson, drops to throw. Across the middle, caught by Barnett. He's not going to get very much as he's hit and stopped immediately. Buster Barnett, second-year tight end out of Jackson State. Ernie Rohn put a stick on him at the 23-yard line. There has to be cohesion between the linebackers and the defense, and the Dolphins are getting it. Cribbs again, the only back in behind Ferguson. Flat to the far side. Bramer in motion back to the near side. 2nd and 7. Here's the play fake. Ferguson runs to his right. He throws the ball. Intercepted by Lyle Blackwood. 35, 30, down to the 25, over the 20-yard line. Lyle Blackwood runs it back 15 yards. And the Dolphins again are within striking distance at the 20-yard line. Intended for Frank Lewis. He made the tackle. Henry?
Ernie Rohn read that play just before the snap of the ball, redirected his defense, and he gets credit for that one.
That That's exactly right, Henry. Arnsparger certainly has Ferguson's number. Roan, as Henry picked up on it, directed his defense. He moved Brzezinski up to the line of scrimmage. Had Brzezinski come, read that rollout by Ferguson, and Brzezinski upset the rollout. That was perfect team concept defense because Lyle Blackwood was able to come up and intercept the ball as Ferguson was confused.
Crucial penalty, which takes 3 points down off the board. And instead of the 3-yard line, they'll mark it back at about the 13. It'll be interesting to see who this was on.
Holding, number 84, open. One more try.
Oh, an ad libber is Dick Jorgens. All right, was that hit foul on Bruce Hardy? Be a 30-yard field goal attempt this time by Von Schaman. With track to hold. Minute 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. Dolphins lead 17-10. Awaiting the snap from Kuchenberg is Strock. Still waiting. Here it is. Set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance on it. He drills it through there again. This time there are no flags, and so Von Schaman gets 2 out of 2 for 3 points. The score is Miami 20 and Buffalo 10. Ball is still at the Buffalo 28-yard line. 3rd and 4. They have to get it just shy of the 32 to keep this drive alive. Shotgun. Then we get the multiple shifts out of the shotgun. The Bills have not won here since 1966. Back to throw Ferguson. Under pressure. He's trying to get out of the pocket. They got him and struck him all the way back at the 13-yard line. The second sack of the night. Baumhauer gets that one also. Baumhauer has 2 sacks. Better's assistant on the play, but Baumhauer just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, and he finally got Ferguson nailed as Joe couldn't find anybody open upfield. They mark it back at the 14-yard line, and that is the end of the third quarter, and Buffalo will have the wind at their back as they punt away to open the fourth period. The score, the Dolphins 20, the Bills 10. Tony Nathan comes in the ball game, and Ronnie Lee goes out. Second down and 3, Miami. The ball up there 32. This has been a battle of the defenses, and the Dolphins thus far have emerged victorious. Buffalo coming in with the number 1 defense in the NFL. Dolphins number 2, but the Dolphins defense has put them ahead in this ball game. Even though they may be behind statistically, here's the misdirection. Franklin threads his way through the middle, digging for yardage, gets out to the 35, perhaps to the 36-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. As Woodley elected to come up with the ball instead of handing it off, of course the play was set in for him. Nathan was supposed to block Mario Clark, and he didn't block him at all. He just kind of shook hands with him and let him in the door. So Orrs will kick against the win. He has a 61-yarder that resulted in the score. We'll stand back at the 28. Holtz, who fumbled the last time, set up the Dolphins score, is back as a single safety. 11 minutes, 18 seconds to go. Hardy up over the football. Here's the snap. Put a rush on. Gets it out of there. Pretty good kick. Holtz comes up. Grabs it at the 15. He doesn't believe in a fair catch. Shakes one tackle. Cuts to the far side of the field. He is going to be blasted out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Time is in. We have 11 minutes and 1 second to go, and the fourth back in there now. 2 tight ends in the ball game. Kramer goes in motion to the far side. Here's a handoff to Cripps, running over the right side. He gets to the 30-yard line, out to the 32. Lakes and Cripps the eye back, then behind Ferguson. Butler comes to the near side, Lewis far side. Second down and 2. See if he keeps it on the ground, gives to Cripps. Cripps is cut down short at the 35-yard line. I think he picked up enough, however, to get the first down. Back to the 9. Receivers are spread from the 35. Cribs long count. The play fake. Blitz on. He is hit. Ball comes loose. It's rolling loose on the ground back at the 15-yard line. Still loose. The Dolphins have the football down inside the 10, I believe. Miami football down at about the 5-yard line. Glenn Blackwood finally wound up with it. The pressure on and forced Ferguson into the fumble. The officials ruled he did not have his arm going forward. The ball was apparently horse-collared by 3 or 4 different players on both teams. It finally squirted loose and down at the 6-yard line. was recovered by Glenn Blackwood. So the Dolphins in excellent field position, knocking on the door down at the Bills 6. 9:32 to go. All right, we've got double tight end, three tight ends, Rose, Hardy, and Lee. Nathan and Franklin the backs from the 6-yard line. First and goal down here at the east end. Here's the spin handoff to Franklin. Franklin gets no gain on the play. Second down and goal from that point. The Dolphins lead 20-10. Again, everybody sets in tight. Moore is the wing blocker to the right side. Nathan and Franklin the backs. Hand off to Andre. Big hole. Touchdown. Franklin right up the gut. Nobody laid a hand on him. And the white handkerchiefs are in evidence. The Dolphins battle flag. Great trap blocking up front. They pinch. Taves blocked two guys. Got the defensive lineman up front. And then took the linebacker.
Yeah, Stevenson took care of Earlis, and then Taves came over and got Marv.
Brock will hold as it's now 26-10. And Van Schamen can make it 27 with 8:58 to go. Waiting the snap from Kuchenberg. Here's the snap. Sit down. The kick is up. And it's perfect. So the Dolphins pouring it on now. Miami 27, the Bills 10. 8 minutes, 58 seconds to play. This is the Miami Dolphins Football Network.
Dolphins have scored on 6-yard and 2-yard drives. That'll rev up an offense for you.
Well, you made a pertinent comment, Hank, during the commercial timeout. The Dolphin defense is probably better than most offenses in the league. Mosley back over to the right side and Holt down the near side. It's been fumbles down in deep that hurt Buffalo in the second half. Dolphins had a couple of miscues in the first half. There's a high short kickoff by Van Schamen. Mosley up, grabs it at the 12. Out to the 15, the 20. He gets outside. He's got world-class speed. 30, 35 up to the 40. And he's knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Lewis to the near side and Butler to the far side. He's almost going to have to go to the air and strike quickly. From the 43-yard line, Ferguson drops the throw. He fires across the middle. It is caught up at the 48-yard line, but we got a bulldogging act. Mark Bramer, the tight end, is taken down by Larry Gordon, and I mean, he really threw the clamps on him, picked him up, and slammed him down on the ground. Bramer is 6'3", 235.
We were talking before the game, Rick, about how much intensity the Dolphins would bring into this game since they had wrapped up the playoff spot, and I think we've seen that they are a team of characters.
Goes to Lewis. He shakes the tackle. 25-20 to far sideline. McNeil finally runs him out. Down at the 18. So Lewis on a crossing pattern into the middle picks up a first down. McNeil ran him out. 26 yards on a completion. All depends, of course, on where they mark the football. It's going to be short. It'll bring up fourth down and about a yard. The ball is at the 9-yard line. They need touchdown.
Bills are 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions tonight.
Timeout taken by Buffalo. 6:11 to play. They trail by 17, 27-10. Outstanding defensive play there by Blackwood and Betters to prevent Cripps from getting the first down. Henry?
They put Vern Denherter in situations like this. I've never seen anybody get as low to the ground as Vern gets when he's submarines on these plays.
All right, let's see what they call. They've got the double tight ends, and Tim Vogler, a backup center, comes in as the third one. Cribbs and Moore are the I-backs in behind Ferguson from the Dolphins 9. 4th and 1. Ferguson pitches to Cribbs. He runs outside of the right. He is being pursued. He is going to be sold for a big one as the Dolphins defense run her out all the way back to the 19-yard line. What a play by the Dolphins defense. John McNeil, Glenn Blackwood were the primary defenders on the play, but Cribbs had no place to run.
And Bill Arnsparger down the sideline, jumping up and down and grinning. What a defense that he's helped build here. He's the architect. And on that play, Cribbs slowed up a little bit. I thought he might be looking to throw the ball, and that little bit of hesitation cost him because the Dolphins were all over him.
Morris getting the signal straight at the line of scrimmage, also counting the number of men on the field. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go. The Dolphins have this one won, unless Buffalo pulls off some sort of a miracle. 27-10. Miami leads. And another leg up on the home field advantage for the playoffs. Here's the snap. Morris rips a low trajectory boot, will bounce it inside the 35. Flag is down, rolls inside the 30, down to about the 25-yard line of Buffalo. There's a flag at the 32. Henry?
Illegal block on Chris Williams.
They will have the ball at the 16-yard line, following the punt by Orth, and the following penalty on Williams for an illegal block. That's good protection. Now they're in on him. He is going to have to eat the ball back at about the 7-yard line.
I haven't seen a defense dominate the way this one has, not just tonight, but over the past few weeks. You know, they were scoring on the first play from scrimmage, 62-yard run by Cribbs. They've really snuffed the Bills out since. I don't think the Bills have been this shut out this badly in a long time.
Ball still at the 15. Now we got a 4th down and 11. If they don't convert it to a first down, the Dolphins will come up with a football deep in Buffalo's end of the field. A minute and 55 seconds to go. Dolphins 27, Bills 10. They have to get it up to the 26-yard line. Again, the shotgun. 4th down play. 1:55 to go. Ferguson on the snap, drops back to throw. Again, under tremendous pressure. He pops it across the middle. He didn't make the first down. Only to the 24-yard line. Lou Patone, the receiver. He caught the ball, but he was knocked down immediately. So the Dolphins offense, thanks to the defense again, comes up with outstanding field position. Tackle made by Ernie Rohn and Mike Kozlowski. Ball back at the 15-yard line. And they'll bring up first down and 15 yards to go for a touchdown. Again, no, they don't go into a prevent. Receivers are spread. Backs at an eye. This time they hand the ball to Diana. He runs the ball to the left side, gets to the 10, digging and driving and bucking for yardage, fumbles the ball. But they're going to blow it dead down at about the 7-yard line. Clock moving with 20 seconds to go. I am impressed with what I've seen of this guy. He likes to run with the football. That's going to be the last play of the game. The clock runs out with the ball at the Buffalo 7. And the Dolphins just point to the Buffalo Bills 27-10. Come up with their 6th win of the season against 2 losses. The Bills record falls back now to 4-4, and they're going to have to wait until next week against New England in New England to try and clinch a playoff spot. The Dolphins allow the win tonight, allow the Pittsburgh Steelers to get in, and also perhaps the Cleveland Browns. Final score, Miami 27, the Bills 10.